Yeah, the whole way through. It was absolutely exciting. It's so crazy to me to just see them go back and forth when it came to games less the rounds. But hey, we get DUMACHI, we get HUF. We get to see more great action, and we get to see Nago. I always love seeing Nago. Just such a unique concept of a character, such an amazing design decision.
What a good air throw.
Into the game we go. Trying to get the pickup here. Any sort of pressure is good pressure right now, as Milia is just not going to be able to get the grab. Swift stuff from HUF, as it'll blow him down in that first round.
HUF has clearly adopted a just suffocating game plan versus Milia.
And you should. You should as any character. If you can implement any sort of solid, relentless pressure against Milia, why would you not? She has no good way out. We need to see a command grab here soon, otherwise HUF is going to overload.
High blood, and if DUMACHI plays well and observes the blood meter, really take...
Oh, it's got him!
No,
he doesn't have a blocking time.
Unfortunately, if you air block that super, you really don't have punish opportunities. But such a great presence of mind on DUMACHI to block the super, because that would have made the blood go down pretty considerably. And now, Goriyuki is knocked down, Milia has a positive meter benefit, and you still don't have a lot of blood to work with.
Oh, has to burst out there. Is sitting in that second bar, so he does have some fairly swift long-range normals, but it's not going to matter. The blood, or the bad moon gets him. And it's good enough for the round.
That could have been a huge anti-air, but we're seeing HUF maybe try and develop a new plan.
I mean, yeah, you know, you do need to change things up. You can't just be relentless pressure, otherwise you're going to exhaust your options pretty quickly. So, you know, playing, in this back end of the blood gauge is going to be very powerful. Oh, there's the burst too. It's going to be very powerful playing in the back end of that blood gauge from distance, because you're able to react to Milia's entry options. You know, you have such swift buttons, and if you just keep the distance, I mean, you're just going to cut him down.
Yeah, it's so hard to burst against this character, which means that Milia has even fewer options to successfully deal with offense. So, like, HUF has a great idea of how to get in and how to stay in, but as we've seen them a few times this set, they're willing to spend so much blood.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no, exactly. You know, they're willing to go deep into that meter, and then understand that they'll have to play very defensive if they can't find that command grab, or if they can't create an opportunity where that pressure is even possible to be continued. But right now, it has been all DUMACHI for the back half of this fight, and HUF is on the last dregs of life, but he's going to swing himself in, not quite going to be able to finish him off. We'll tap him up again against the toes. We're going to go for the K.
And we're done.
Oh, brilliant. No, we're going to drop.
Oh, this is
no
such
burst.
a dangerous position for Milia to have RCs to play with. You know that there's mix-ups coming.
Nice catch out of the air, pressure. We're doubling up. Oh,
Great side switch.
Very kind of HUF to just give him a corner like that, but right now he's just giving him the business end of the sword. Cuts him down for a perfect. As HUF evens up the round count and is looking to take a serious lead in this best of 5.
Okay, get in the mix. Opts for the burst. Low blood. Honestly, a good time for burst. You've got a lot of opportunities to use your special skill.
Opportunities are plentiful when you're playing either of these characters. Milia with the speed, Nago with being able to play from distance and having just insane pressure that they can work off of at the cost of life, granted.
What a great 6P, knowing that that was going to go through the S tandem top.
Just smart late decisions here from HUF. Deep in the blood gauge, looking for anything, spends the PRC, tries
What
to
a
get him over,
good
but he's
block,
not
what a good backdash!
Oh, man. There have been some trashy options, but HUF has been out here smelling stuff, getting out of the way of each one of these choices that has been made by DUMACHI. Sniffs out each and every one, and it's looking good.
Oh, you're in the blender a little bit now. All right. Now, HUF has demonstrated that he knows if the H tandem top setup isn't real enough, he can just jump an air throw out. So I think we're going to see DUMACHI kind of retreat to a little bit more of a safe mix-up situation and let HUF kind of hang himself with just being too eager to press buttons.
Oh, that's not enough! DUMACHI needed one little touch. They're still at that position and they'll find it for 5K. It's all good. It's all good. Gets themselves around and give themselves a good chance to be able to get this game, but oh, that's gonna sting.
And you put yourself in such a precarious situation.
Yikes.
Still gotta watch for super, you gotta watch for burst. HUF just has every defensive option available to them that round.
Yeah. And burst is still available for HUF. DUMACHI a long way away from getting theirs. This needs to be an offensive onslaught from them, and not even just for damage. Even pressure would be good enough right now for DUMACHI, just so that way they can build back up their burst and feel safe taking a riskier option later on.
Great presence of mind in Hamachi, preferring to just stay at a range where none of the sword normals will even get blocked, and not necessarily rush in as much as you could, knowing that after this combo is done, it's blood rage time. At full screen, Millia just gets to run up.
No! Oh, DUMACHI took out the game! Sorry, go on.
Oh, uses the FD to delay when the pop is gonna happen. So it's when you go to neutral.
Yeah.
That the pop happens. So that was actually really smart stuff by HUF, recognizing that DUMACHI did want to get in and trying to cover the burst with that, but still such a risky thing to let yourself enter that mode where you're just draining your life.
I mean, yeah, it absolutely is. You get access to a little bit more damage, a little bit faster frames and all that. But I mean, you still don't want to have to give up 50% of your life. I mean, the moment that you have to... Oh god, I'm sorry, Octo. The moment that you take 50% off yourself, it's not a good time.
Okay, the pop is safe because he's hitting Millia. This... I thought it might have actually killed, but... Now, Naga's sword normals do chip. DUMACHI's done a good job of avoiding blocking 2-1-4 hard slash so fast.
The chase. Love this stuff from HUF. Use that 5K. Brilliant move.
Okay. HUF is a little eager to press buttons in those H-tandem situations.
Yep.
And it's gonna hit.
That it is a 5K, see one, play one there from DUMACHI. Saw HUF get away with it, but HUF more than ready, puts him down for that one. And sitting in the back dregs of that life bar, HUF is feeling confident about taking this game. And there's the early burst, had him baited.
And it's done.
Good stuff. Great stuff from HUF. Masterful maneuvering of Nago. Wasn't really in a bad spot at any point in time. Even when they were losing, it was still okay. They held on in a lot of great spots. They put a lot of pressure onto their opponent, and it's tough. It's tough as the low health bar character. DUMACHI just could not, continue to cut back against Nago the way that they'd want to.